Final Gear is a live 2D anime hero collector RPG game that definitely has some impressive looking waifus for you to collect. And what I feel helps make this game even more interesting is that it also involves mech building as well as collecting your waifus. So if you're interested in cool looking mecha as well as gorgeous waifu girls, then maybe this is a game you should consider checking out. What is up, my dwellers of the interwebs? I'm Sorasyn and welcome to my channel. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you like my content. All gaming content is played and recorded on the BlueStacks emulator while I get my phone fixed, and is from an Android perspective. Final Gear's character designs are top tier in the waifu department, and while I do love the character art, I'm a tad disappointed that there are no 3D models available in this game. Instead, it's more of a live 2D art style, with the in-game graphics being more on the chibi side of things. Honestly, I'm not usually a fan of chibi style anime games, but this one manages to keep me interested mainly due to the mecha building aspect of the game. Having to mix and match mech parts for your pilots to use can create some pretty funny and impressive looking creations for your party. All pilots have their own roles to play in your team formation, and I try to keep my team as diverse as possible with these roles to allow for the best team combinations available. While the pilots do have ultimate skills available to them, they aren't that impressive to look at compared to games like Epic 7 or Eroica. But if you can manage to get a complete epic mech set for the designated pilot, you do unlock a special animated ultimate move that, while impressive and very cool to watch, is very short. I would have liked to have at least a few more seconds longer to appreciate how cool it could be. While the pilots do have designated roles, there doesn't seem to be a designated healer role though, as far as I can tell. The main story campaign is pretty cool, to be honest, and fairly different from other hero collector games I've played. At the time of writing this, I have unlocked 2 teams for the current campaign, and you need to deploy both of these teams and coordinate how you're going to attack and claim various parts of the map and engage in the enemies. I think the coolest part is how you can actually map your movements and plan your attacks in advance before engaging the gameplay. This allows you to plan out your attack and maneuvers beforehand, which can help reduce the feelings of being slightly overwhelmed by the 2 teams doing their own thing. Of course, this doesn't mean you can sit idle while they go about following your plans, because there are enemies who can and will appear outside of what you originally planned for your attacks. So keeping an eye on the movements of your team is definitely recommended. So each mission can actually take quite a bit of time depending on how many combat situations you engage in on that mission while proceeding to your overall goal. There was plenty of occasions where I actually lost the mission because I didn't pay attention to an enemy that took over a location I needed to hold on to, or just didn't notice there was an enemy heading to somewhere you needed to be. This level of coordination between your teams is really cool, and I like that about the combat missions quite a lot. Definitely more to it than your usual move to location and fight hero collector template. On top of the main campaign, there is also the daily missions to complete. The 2 of them are unlocked at a much higher level than I currently am. And the events tab is where you can do the personal story campaigns of certain pilots, as well as special event missions that can grant you tokens to hopefully roll for a special mecha suit. Graphically, the game isn't high-end, but while it lacks in full 3D models, it fully makes up for it in the detail of the mecha designs. I love finding new upgrades for my pilots, and the game hands out a few SR and SSR mech parts for free when you first begin the game, as well as a full set for 2 specific pilots, one that you earn after accepting the rewards for 7 days of login. The gacha, however, isn't exactly what I would call generous. While I'm currently receiving a lot of summoning gems, rolling for pilots isn't as lucrative as I would have liked. Throw in the fact that you can only summon 4 at a time and have to either wait for a couple hours or use a token to fast forward it, it doesn't feel very rewarding at all. I have yet to get any SSR pilot from pulls, even though the rates say that SSR has a 2.5% chance of being summoned, and the specific banner pilot has a 0.5% of showing up in a pull out of that 2.5%. And then, not only do you have to roll on pilots, but you can also roll on mech parts. However, the mech parts cost standard bits and gold. Standard bits can be earned from completing various missions, so you can always get more of them. I haven't had any luck with getting any SSR mech parts either, but I did manage to get at least 2 SR mech pieces, one being from Pity. The only SSR pilot credits I have earned is from free gifts, from starting the game as well as from multi-reroll gacha at the beginning. In a lot of ways, this game reminds me of another chibi anime game, Azur Lane. It has a lot of similarities between the two, including how the gacha is run. I don't remember how generous Azur Lane is though. I haven't played it in a long time, but the way the game is structured is very familiar. Overall, I'd say that Final Gear is a fun anime waifu hero collector game that, if you have the patience for, could be rewarding in the long run as a free-to-play player. You must invest a lot of time into this game, not only to save up for your gems, but also because the missions themselves are fairly long but very fun and engaging. If you enjoy mecha and waifu anime style games and aren't turned off by the chibi aesthetic, this could be the game for you to play. Whether it becomes a full-time game for you or not, that truly depends on your preferences. So there you have it. That's my first impression on Final Gear. Please remember, this is just a first impression, not to be confused with a full review, and my experiences expressed in this video are my own. Thank you for watching. I'm Sorasyn. Have a fantastic day. Feel free to follow me on all my socials. Links are all in the description and pinned comment below.